Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." All right, basketball fans, it's happening. The WNBA lottery is over. Congrats to the Dallas Wings for securing the first pick. Now the comparisons begin. Satou Sabally, the 6'4" powerhouse who's been lighting it up for the Dallas Wings, might just be ready for a new home. But here's the twist. It's not just about her next team. It's about teaming up with the one and only Caitlin Clark. Why would Satou Sabally choose Caitlin over the competition like Paige Bueckers? Here's 7 reasons why this could be the move of a lifetime for Satou Sabally. Let's get into it.
This is how we get hype. Ooh, Indiana's ready to fight. From the jump to the buzzer, we're lighting the flame. For the fever we rise, and we're owning the game.
Let's talk about the Caitlin Clark effect. This is a player who has redefined what it means to be a star. You know how every year someone is saying, this is the next Michael Jordan, the next Tiger Woods? Well, forget that. Caitlin Clark is the Jordan and Tiger of this era, just in basketball. She's box office, a needle mover, a change agent. When she hits the court, the world stops to look. Satou knows this better than anyone. Clark has not only broken records in her rookie season, she's become a global sensation. The level of stardom, you can't teach that. It's why Sabally, who's a star herself, will want to be on the same team with a player who can elevate her to new heights. This isn't just basketball. This is about aligning with greatness. It's like being in the same band as a lead guitarist who can also solo while you handle the backup vocals. You get the spotlight too.
Caitlin is the face right now, and that's also good. Like, she's selling out gyms, of course. Like, why would you hate against that?
Exactly.
We had a sold-out home opener. Like, I think it was a practice game. Like, it wasn't even serious. And it was sold out. Like, we benefited from that because now we have all our fans there, and they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing. And she's being paid her worth.
But it's because you're riding the same wave of the biggest star in the game. Let's talk about reducing the risk, or as they say in business, to de-risk. Let's be real, Satou's had her fair share of injuries, which is why a fresh start in Indiana makes sense. With Caitlin Clark in Indiana, Satou could slot in as a star without having to carry the entire team on her shoulders. That's the kind of setup that reduces the risk of injury while also maximizing her impact on the floor. Indiana offers a stronger core led by Clark, and that could give Sabally the breathing room she needs. It's like upgrading from a solo gig to being in a band with legendary players. You're still a star, but you get to perform at your peak without having to feel like you're carrying and holding up the whole show. Let's talk about the power of playing alongside Caitlin. Caitlin's already proven she can lead a team to the playoffs. Satou wants in on that action. Sure, Sabally has shown her own leadership, but let's face it, no one's going to argue that Clark isn't the driving force behind the Fever's success. Playing alongside Caitlin means less pressure on Sabally and more opportunities to shine in her natural role. She will be able to contribute in the right way, scoring, guarding multiple positions, and playing with less wear and tear on her body. It's like trying to make a home-cooked meal with all the ingredients on hand, but Caitlin's the chef. Sabally's just chopping up their veggies and enjoying the meal afterwards. Now, Satou's no follower, she's a leader, and that's why she's looking for the right fit, not just any team. You think she wants to follow her sister's footsteps in New York? Nah.
Yesterday, my sister won the WNBA championship, and I was obviously there to support.
Sabally's got her own path, one that's about playing on her own terms. She's made it clear she doesn't want to ride the coattails of others. And guess what? In Indiana, she wouldn't have to. It's all about carving her own legacy. Her independence is a big reason why she might look at a place like Indiana. No shadows to step out of, just a bright future ahead alongside Caitlin Clark. It's like stepping into a new pair of sneakers. You're not just walking in someone else's tracks. You're creating your own path.
So it's a lot of movement for me this offseason. The decision of moving with a potentially different shoe brand, but also the decision to change teams.
Dallas is in turmoil, even with the first pick of the 2025 draft. Dallas is trying to figure out which path it's going to take. Look, the Wings just parted ways with their head coach, Latricia Trammell. And when your team's got that kind of uncertainty, it's a problem, especially when you're a player like Sabally, who's got championship aspirations, and it doesn't have time for drama. The coaching shakeup, that's another reason why she might want to find stability elsewhere. New leadership is still being figured out, and Sabally's not about to waste a prime year waiting for things to get sorted out. It's like getting a new coach in your fantasy league who doesn't even know how to set up a lineup. No, thank you. Now, this is a big one. The same reason the Fevers cleaned house and got new leadership, top to bottom, is because Sabally wants a championship. And she knows Dallas is at least a couple of years away from being a serious contender. She's not here for a rebuild. At 26, she's in her prime, and she knows that championship windows don't stay open forever. In Indiana, the Fever are knocking on that door, and teaming up with Clark could make it open even wider. Sabally isn't just looking for a team. She's looking for a team that can compete. And with Caitlin Clark already leading a charge, that's a serious plus. It's like being the last person to get invited to a party that's already lit. You don't have to bring the drinks, but you still are going to have an epic time. And then marketability, marketability, marketability. Fever has marketability. Let's face it, Caitlin Clark has a global following, and Sabally joining her will only amplify her own brand. The Fever's fan base is one of the most dedicated in the league, and playing with Clark would give Sabally a bigger stage to showcase her talent, not just on the court, but off the court as well. Together, they could help put Indiana on the map in a whole new way. This kind of star power combined with Fever's rising influence makes it a win-win for both Sabally and the team. It's like finding a perfect pair of shoes, both stylish and functional. This partnership, it could take Sabally's brand to a whole new level. We already know that this summer she was shopping for new shoe deals. Think about bigger, better, broader exposure.
But now I'm in LA and I'm actually allowed now to take shoe meetings. So meetings with different brands who pay me for wearing their shoes, which is such a blessing.
So there you have it. 7 reasons why Satou Sabally would choose Caitlin Clark over Paige Bueckers. From the stability of Indiana to the undeniable star power of Caitlin Clark, it all adds up. Sabally's ready to make a move, and Indiana just might be the perfect fit for her. What do you think? Could Sabally team up with Clark and lead the Fever to a WNBA championship? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more basketball breakdowns like this one. Until next time, keep ballin'.
We lit up the core. Yeah. Watch the fire burn. If you felt the heat, we bring you know there's no return. Indiana Fever's here, it's time to rise and shine. We play with heart, every shot, every dime. Every down, every dime. Every step on the hardwood, we're ready to fight. From the baseline to the arc, playing to delight. You've seen the plays, you felt the roar. This is Fever Nation, we're here to score. Legends in the making, we're breaking the mold. Court full of fire, hearts lined with gold. So rally the fans, it's time to go high. For the Fever we fight, and we'll never say die. We might shoot the three, we might drive the lane. Counting down the seconds, pushing through the pain. Throwing up the energy, feel the crowd ignite. Every game we own it, bringing pride tonight. This is how we get hype. Oh, Indiana's ready to fight. From the jump to the buzzer, we're lighting the flame. For the Fever we rise, and we're owning the game. This is how we get hype. Oh, Fever strong, we take flight. Running fast breaks, we're a team with a plan. Every time Fever drops, has the fans in the stands. From layup to 3, Fever's in the zone. Together we're unstoppable, the Fever is home. This is more than a game, it's a way of life. Every play, every moment, we sharpen the knife. So fans on your feet, raise the noise in the sky. For the Fever we roar, as we aim for the high. We might shoot the 3, we might drive the lane. Counting down the seconds, pushing through the pain. Throwing up the energy, feel the crowd ignite. Every game we own it, bring This is how we get hype. Ooh, Indiana's ready to fight. From the jump to the buzzer, we're lighting the flame. For the fever we rise, and we're owning the game. This is how we get hype. Ooh, fever strong, we take flight. Feel the energy rise, the fans bring the heat. Every chant, every clap, every thump of the beat. This is Indiana's moment, united as one. With the fever we soar, till the battle is won. Red and blue flames lighting up the night. Fever on the court, we're burning bright. This is how we get hype. Ooh, Indiana's ready to fight. From the jump to the buzzer, we're lighting the flame. For the fever we rise, and we're owning the game. This is how we get hype. Ooh, fever strong, we take flight. We light up the court, our story forever true. Indiana fever, red and blue. Fans in the stands, lifting us high. Together we're unshaken, we'll never say die. This is how we get hype. Ooh, Indiana's ready to fight. For the fever we soar, and we're taking the night. We light up the court, our story forever true. Indiana fever, red and blue. Fans in the stands, lifting us high. Together we're unshaken, we'll never say die. This is how we get hype. Ooh, Indiana's ready to fight. For the fever we soar, and we're taking the